Meow, 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 raga, ooh la la. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I am coming at you today with, I know I usually start off with a song. It's been a long day with a lot of meetings. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. You know the drill. We are going to try to do some essence today first before we do anything. This comes from last night, I believe. This comes from a dude named Psyche. I have talked to Psyche before. Psyche. We've had some decent conversations. Be advised, I have never had any issues taking money out of Earth 2. There are multiple people every single week, likely some even every day, that take money out of Earth 2, and they're fine. However, this person's Psyche is throwing around some pretty, I think, ridiculous accusations, but let's go through it. Let's see. Psyche says that Earth 2 is breaking the law, and they owe him $22,386.94 and won't pay. He's calling out Earth 2 for illegally withholding his money while continuing to pay other users. At least this person is acknowledging that they are paying other users. And he goes on and he says, here's what happened. My first withdrawal request of August 20th, 2024. The total owed is $22,386.94. He says the last Earth 2 response regarding the matter was 17 December 2024, where they claimed that the withdrawal would be processed shortly. Since then, he said he's been ignored with no updates and no money. He says he's been clear that with that, I'm accepting the $E to Essence option as well. Says mine that I have put in about $30,000, took out around $6,000 before all this, and now asking for a little more than 20. Because I'm not even asking for any gains. I'm simply just taking out my initials, barely. He says the Earth 2 is selectively paying some users while ignoring others. He says that this is illegal. Says that they are breaking consumer protection laws. He cites the Australian consumer law, Section 118, Section 23, et cetera, et cetera. He also cites, he also cites the UK consumer protection laws, saying since Earth 2 also operates in the UK, they are subject to UK laws. Their actions violate Trading Regulations 2008, Paragraph 7, Consumer Rights Act of 2015. He says any contract term that allows them to withhold money indefinitely is unenforceable in court. He says if Earth 2 has money to pay some users, they have money to pay me. Their collective payment practice raises serious red flags. If they hold my funds, they are legally required to provide me with a valid reason. He says that that has not happened. He says he demands a response from Earth 2 in regards to this matter immediately, where they tell me the exact reason as of why they believe they have the right to hold my funds. Doing so without providing me with this information is illegal, he says. So as of yesterday, this got 54,000 views. I imagine this got quite a bit more now that it's the second day. He goes on in the comments and says that they seem to pay out money to the majority of people, but are hinting to other users in the community that they hold mine and others' funds due to illegal activities. He puts that in quotes, or something similar. But to us, they won't provide what activities, or even if it's about us. According to customer protection laws, they're not allowed to simply hold funds from some people without telling them why. Loyal community, of course, believe them when they hint such things, so they villainize me, and others say Earth 2 community just goes along with it. I'll go on and say this, that Earth 2 is a big company. They should immediately have someone look into this. However, when he goes on and he says that hinting other users in the community that they hold mine and others' funds due to illegal activities, they are well within their right to do that. If like in the same way where VeVe happens to say like, oh, you were using bots, therefore your account is getting shut down, and they have the proof, and there's no leg to stand on for that person. Again, I have had like one or two conversations with Psyche over the last several years, so I do not know him that well. I have no idea if he was using a bot or not. I have no idea but I will say this is a bad look for Earth 2. Like, hey, like if this guy was doing something nefarious, by all means put it out there, because then when you ignore people, stuff like this happens. And then obviously the fudders can use this as a rallying cry, be like, yeah, Earth 2's the slowest drug ever. They're a scam. And then negative sentiment is obviously not good, especially when they're trying to get the token on other exchanges. Yeah, really, really not a good look for them. So I would rather have them go in and say, like, deal with this sooner rather than later. It's been obvious since the inception of Earth 2 that they're people working, their leaders, their CEOs, they're just insanely busy. They probably don't even know this is going on. Now, I assume this has gotten like 60, 70,000 views now. Let me take a look, see here. I don't know why people spell their usernames with a fudge ton of, oh no, same thing, 55,000 views. So it's not nothing crazy since yesterday. Again, it's not a good look. It's a rallying cry for fudders and for people that claim scam. Again, I would rather Earth 2 just deal with this in general. But let's take a look at how this has affected the token over the last couple of days. I don't think it really has, but let's take a look. Let's go with Earth 2. They're actually up 1.5% today to 4.5 cents. God, they are so stupid low. Guys, the $13.5 million fully diluted valuation. There's likely a fraction of this that's actually in the actual market cap for circulating supply. I keep saying, when DEVVE goes up, buy a lot more OMI, which I'll do. And I always mention Definity and DACAT with that as well. But honestly, I'm going to have to get a bunch of Earth 2 as well. Like, is it as undervalued as Definity? I don't know. Depends. It also depends what narrative hits first. Like gaming is kind of, and metaverse, clearly out of the narrative. But I think that it can come back at any time, and that's what this is. That's when it'll run. When it happens, I have no idea, but I should really get some more of this myself because I have like 40,000 essence. It's like nothing, nothing in today's dollars. Anyway, speaking of metaverse narrative, OMI had a little pump this morning. It's back down now. We're up like 30 something percent at one point to 00036. Sold all the way back down. We're back at 00028. Is this because, excuse me, is this because they've had a fairly successful launch? Is this because OMI will slowly be rebranded as a metaverse token? I would say that there are many people that will take a look at Decentraland's Mana and Sandbox's Sand and look at the KPIs and say, like, these guys have like next to no users and next to no revenue, yet their market caps are still in the hundreds of millions of dollars, and OMI's market cap is what, like 80, like 76 million. Yeah, that's a big difference. The price, just compared to those two, the price for OMI should be 10x from here. But that's if they were equal, and they're not. Clearly, VeVe and OMI have just absolutely dominate when they're talking about revenues, talking about IPs, legit licenses, and where to go from here. Like Mana, Decentraland, and Sandbox, they've already done their land sale. They've already done their stuff. They've already had, like, their best days are likely behind them. Whereas VeVe and OMI have so much room to grow. They have so much money coming in. I would say it'd be another 10x beyond that, which gets us to 2.8 cents, which would be, that 1 to 200x. I'd say 3 to 5 cents, probably my base case for when this really pops off. But yeah, this is why I think OMI's still stupid undervalued. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. What's up, Croner? Saying first, Zombie 1.5. Turns out we're gonna play-by-play of the rave. Yeah, the rave last night. So there were like tickets that you could have bought beforehand, and I was like, I'll just buy them at the door. I get there, a little chilly out, and there's this group of people outside. I was like, I thought this started at 9. It was like 10ish when I got there. I was like, I thought this started at 9. And they're like, oh, I did, but we didn't get like the tickets, online. They sold out. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, that's okay. And he's like, well, but there's like no one in there right now, but it's just the fact that they sold out. As people don't show up, they'll let other people in. And I'm just thinking, like, can I just like slip the doorman a 20 or whatever, and he just lets me in and probably be fine. But then I noticed somebody opened the door and there was a lot of dudes in there. Like there was a lot of carrots in that stew. And the people I was talking to, I don't know what they identified as, but definitely anyway, I was like, okay, there's a lot of dudes here. I saw like the very few women I did see. You ever see that episode of Big Bang Theory where like, yeah, the women that want to play 4D chess with and stuff? Like it was I had a little bit higher hopes for this because I've been to a Pokemon rave before at Dragon Con. It was pretty awesome. And this looked like straight sausage fest. And I was like, listen, I'm all with hanging out with the boys. That's always fun, but this is a little weird. So I got another Uber and I just dipped. Because one, I wasn't waiting out in the cold, and two, I was like, I'm not just yeah, no, I'm not happening. Anyway, Turtle, that was the play by play. What's up, Energy? How's it going? Meow meow meow. Give me those peace signs, peace man. Bobby Green saying that is some crazy price action on OMI. Yeah, I would clearly say it's being manipulated for some reason. So normally when we have stuff like this, in the last, well, aside from the last 2 weeks, we've had like a couple 100,000 in volume. It's never been a lot. But the last couple of weeks, we had between 1 and 2 million. I don't know where that's from. I don't know where. I mean, we could see the exchanges that it's on, but normally when we have 1 to 2 million, we do really, really well for price action. But the last few weeks, we've had 1 to 2 million, and there's been like no price action at all. So I don't know what that is, whether it's bots, whether it, again, I don't know, but I do know that a bunch of exchanges want you to have a couple million in volume for extended amount of time before you go on them. I went through this with the cat or Grumpy Cat at the time, and I went through with it with 4chan, a little bit with Definity. I am okay with the volume and no price action as long as it leads to exchanges. So I'm not going to look into it too much because, again, whatever helps us. But we had 3.5 million in volume today. So figure the 2 is like the new normal, where I don't know if that's true volume or not. But you had an extra 1.5 million. And again, it went up to like 30 something percent increase and then went right back down. So clearly there are still a lot of people that are selling. And I don't know how much of it is just is that manipulation where, hey, we have some people that are taking a look and determining that this is undervalued and they pump it. And then as far as the sellers, you have people that are like, hey, you know what? Chavez talks about DEVVE, talks about Definity, talks about the cat, talks about all these different things. Essence, I want to get some of those. They rebalance, or they're just done with OMI. I mean, with OMI, you really have two choices. If you bought up high, if you bought up high, you have two choices. You either ride it till it goes to the moon or it goes to zero, or you sell at a massive loss. And when you do that, like, okay, maybe you're looking to sell on a pump, and when it pumps, you could sell a little bit of your stack because at least this way you get that little pump. I don't know, or the other way, the other people that sell is just like the whales that go in and say, yeah, we started stacking, we buy a couple thousand per day down at 0002s. When it goes 0003s and we're up 20%, yeah, that's when we sell. And you could have some swing traders that do that. Or you could just have people that are just kind of done exiting the project, they get liquidated. There's a lot of stuff, but I do think that there is some suppression there, and I'd say half of it is from whales that want to keep it down, so that this way, when as it goes down, they could buy more. It's possible as well. You can long OMI on the perpetuals in MEXC. You can't do that much volume though with it. Like I think for like a 10x, you could do like $300, or like 5x, do like 600. So it's not a lot. Anyway, let's go over some of the. Let's do DEVVE real quick. Let's go to the Uniswap and see. It's actually up 5% today. And with it being up 5%, it is up to 72 cents. Let's take a look at what the volume is across all platforms, yeah. It is 638,000 in volume, so not a lot. Again, OMI has overtaken it as far as market cap is concerned, because they're down to 63 million and OMI's at like 76. The volume today comes from mostly, I guess, how is this possible? Okay, no, Uniswap, MEXC, Gate.io. Makes sense. And again, LCX Exchange having 200K on there. Nice. Really nice. I dig it. Not gonna go over that. Not gonna go over that. Let's do some Definity here real quick before we get to DACAT, and then we'll move on. Oh, Definity's up 6%. To 2.6 cents. They are still fully diluted. They're 4.4 million, but non-fully diluted market cap is 3.9. So it is still not a 4. It's in my opinion, this is honestly, even though some of my heaviest bags are in OMI, I think DEVVE and Definity outperform. Just because the market caps are lower. DEVVE will obviously have like Wall Street and stuff coming in, and Definity, again, it's just stupid undervalued. It'd have to do a 20x just to get where OMI is. Maybe not that much. Close. 20x to get just where OMI is, and OMI's still stupid undervalued. Anywho, let's do DACAT here. Let's see what that did. DACAT they had launched DACAT Chibi episode 3. Thought that was really cool. DACAT's up 1% on the day. $250 in volume, not a lot. What's the market cap here? 530,000. So DACAT's chugging along. Again, with episode 3 of DACAT coming out, I have not written episode 4 yet. These are like 30-second shorts. So, but I think as long as you have like a big, Amazon and Apple do this with their Amazon shows and Apple TV. They make shows that they lose money on. They make shows that absolutely nobody watches, but they get all these like awards in like award seasons and stuff like that. Like, for this best TV drama, whatever, they get all these awards, and it's very, very. It's like, okay, well, why? I think they do that because the more awards that you have under your belt, the better, and the more content that you have under your belt, the better. Right now, DACAT is as the first comic gets edited and completed, and we wait for VeVe Comics. DACAT's going on saying like, okay, we'll do our digital arm out here. Getting that, it's so there. I saw an episode of Gary V's V Friends yesterday, like they're the Grateful Giraffe and the whatever they are. It's like a baby version of My Little Pony, where there's like a lesson in it, and it's good animation, and kids will like it. DACAT is not necessarily that educational. Again, it's supposed to be for like kids. But I'm not gonna lie, even in the DACAT story, like in the comic, it's a great story and it's fun, and I don't know how many lessons are gonna be in there. Probably not. I mean, there'll be a couple, but that's not like the focus of it. It's not like to teach anyone anything. It's just an awesome story. Like Lord of the Rings didn't really have like a lesson. It was just an epic story, and it was just, God, it was so freaking good. Anyway, that's just news on DACAT. Let's go on to some news here. What do we have yesterday? Oh God, where are we? Planters, Elite Comic Club. Vincent D'Onofrio is looking forward to meeting fans at Elite Comics 11 Expo on March 8th and 9th at St. John's University in Queens, New York. He will be there on the 9th. He's going to just be promoting the Mayor Kingpin storyline for Daredevil Born Again, I think it is. That's the storyline that they're going with, where Kingpin becomes mayor or runs for mayor, and that's a really good storyline. So he's over there doing that. Vincent D'Onofrio's got 450,000 followers over on X. So if anyone is able to go there and be like, "Hey, excuse me, Mr. D'Onofrio, I really love your Kingpin character. I have a digital collectible of you," and if anyone can do that and take a picture with him, I think that would be really great. That would be really fun. And then just tell him about VeVe. Just I wish I could go. March 8th and 9th. Yeah, I can't go, but I should. I want to. But somebody else will be able to. VeVe Digital Collectible says the VeVeVerse is live. Are you ready to explore? Step into a next level digital world where your VeVe collectibles come to life. Design your own custom spaces, showcase your collection in jaw-dropping virtual galleries, and invite friends to explore and interact in real time. What will you create? Futuristic showroom? Cozy comic lounge? Possibilities are endless. Don't just collect, experience. Jump into the VeVeVerse now and start building your dream world. Then drop a screenshot of your space in the comments, and then they will go in and they will pick a winner. Anyway, let's. I'm not going to go 2 hours tonight. I might go just an hour. I have had some tummy issues after eating some bad meat. Anyway, Mr. Ben Rose says it's V-Day. This was yesterday, saying the doors of the VeVeVerse are finally open and our metaverse journey begins. Hats off to co-founder, Dan Crothers, for the passion, dedication that got us here. Go to vv.me/VeVeVerse to get started. Let's build. He posted the Trinity up there. I thought that was really nice. Please navigate to the download section of our website. Download and install the VeVeVerse and log in using our VeVe credentials. Oh man, I have such bad heartburn too. This is not a good day for me. And it says, what's the drop? Okay, I guess I could talk about that. Where is he? So Ben Rose had posted a couple times today. One saying the VeVe official team listens, then responds. That was in response to VeVe Digital Collectibles posting the next Evolvables drop is coming. VeVe is refining Evolvables to make them better, faster, and more accessible. That means lower edition sizes. Blind box is now 15 gems. No collectible burning, so you can keep your collectibles. You have faster crafting. That starts 1 hour after the drop. The drop date is March 8th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the crafting begins 1 hour later at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then he posted something a little funky. He posted a couple of dice, and then he posted some playing cards. Now, Evolvables, so far, they've been Marvel. Now, who do we know that likes to gamble and has a bunch of cards? Obviously, we think Gambit. Well, I think Gambit. I don't. Maybe there's. I guess it could be Domino. Domino has her superpower is manipulating luck. So I guess it could be her. She's beautiful in the comics. I forget who plays her in. I forget her name, but the girl that plays her in the Deadpool series, she's beautiful too. She's in the Joker as well. I freaking love that actress. Anyway, it could be Domino, but I'll say also Domino is afraid of chickens, so I think it would be really fun. Is it Domino that's afraid of chickens? There's a Marvel character. I think it's Domino. Anyway, if it is her, they should put that chicken that's from Moana in with her. That'd be a cool thing to do. Comment down below what you think it is. As for Ben Rose, that's what I think that he's teasing there. Now, it is very possible that he's saying like, hey, you know what? In the VeVeVerse, we're going to have a game corner, and we're going to be able to gamble in there. I would love that. Oh, good Lord! If you have any, please let it be that. That would be really fun. If that was the tease, I'd be A-okay with it. But I think it's just, as far as Evolvables, I think it's Gambit. They'll tell us, next week. Eric Miles says, "Happy March, my man. Happy March, and March Madness, right? Meow, 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 meow. We're gonna get that bread. I'm not gonna gamble on March Madness, but just saying we could God, where was I? All right, that was yesterday. Elon Musk has time to find out what really happened to the hundreds of billions of dollars sent to Ukraine. President Trump considers ending all U.S. aid for Ukraine after kicking Zelensky out of the White House. Ooh, I'm not going over that. Yep, I talked about the SEC case yesterday. This is still yesterday, right? Wow, there was a lot of stuff I was talking about yesterday. Oh, I forgot to go on the Stardog Spaces today. Doctor Strange, let's get this bread. I love this game. What up, Doctor? Boo says, hello, Dashy. Hello. Woof. Lucky number 7 says, do you think the collectibles will ever go to previous bull run prices? Some of them, yeah. Also, well, I'm going to say most of them, no, because most of them were never in the last bull run. Like any Star Wars, like none of that was in the last bull run. And we still don't have Yoda. We still don't have Baby Grogu. Still don't have Mendo. Yeah, I would say I would say the ones that partner statue, yeah, I think I can go back to 50. The Secret Rare Spider-Man going to 100K, I don't know. That's a lot. You know, that is a lot. But I think the 1 of 7 Aston Martin could definitely reach into the 5 figures, if not more. Todd and Riso might be hard for. I mean, does Todd get to 10,000? What is it right now? Like, what is Todd? Let's take a look. We'll go to the market, and then we will search, and we will search the Todd. Ow, my back. Oh god, it burns. 61 in the market right now. Oh my god, can you go any slower? Okay. Lowest price. 389. Okay. Well, definitely 10x. That just gets it to under 4K. Can a 20x get it to like 7,800? Probably. You know, does it go back to all-time highs of like 15, 16K again? Be like almost like a 40x. It might. I don't know if it will, but again, 10x probably a pretty safe bet. Even 20x, I could see happening. But to get back to 16K, I don't know. Let's do Riso here, because Riso went to like I think like 25. I remember having like the record sale for Riso for a while. All right, 25 in the market. Oh my god! All right, that wasn't as slow as the other one. $800, 10x to 8K. Yeah, there's not a ton of these, so it. So I mean, 30x would be back to its previous all-time high. It's just a lot, man. Even 10x going to 8. I see it going to a couple grand pretty easily. You know, a 5x to 4K. I think that's a pretty safe bet. 10x to 8. Yeah, I mean, it could do that. It's just going to be harder because these are bigger numbers that we're playing with. Gold Logo was never in a bull run. Vader was never in a bull run. Luke Skywalker was never in a bull run. So it's really hard to gauge the newer stuff. But I mean, the Spider-Mans, the Batman, Superman up to 8K. Listen, I don't think so. Does it? What is Superman right now? It's probably a couple $100. I'll wager. Let's see what he's at. Okay, Superman. There's 64 in the market, and if it will load for me, there we go. Lowest price, 208. Damn, that's pretty low. I mean, 10x back up to 2K, sure. Yeah, that's fine. Do 20x up to 4K. I would say 2K 2500 it can get to. I mean, there's just so much of these. You know, there's 8800. I mean, it does look really freaking beautiful. Like, and I'll even go on to show. Like, you think it's beautiful in the app, which it is. But guys, over in the VeVeVerse, like, oh my god, like, look at this sexy man. Look at this freaking. I don't even know, this spectacle of a god. like, oh my god, it looks so good. Uh, yeah, that could easily be a couple grand. But when you go and take a look at what could it do, is it going to go back to all time highs? Or that's hard, but we'll see. Charles says, howdy, hope you're doing well. I'm doing all right. I had a little bit of a, what's that called? A little bit of a, I forget what to call it. A tummy ache. Had some bad meat, I think, but outside of that, pretty all right. The driver says, I have comfort that it's not just OMI at the bottom. Hope it gives some time for the team to announce some worthy announcements. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's still at the bottom. Again, the narrative hasn't really, like, Decentraland, Mana, like look at Illuvium, dude. Illuvium has just gotten destroyed. Let's see where Illuvium's at. Illuvium is, yeah, I mean, is it $15 like it was the other day? No, but it's still $17, and it's still down 85% for the year. Let's take a look at Flow. Flow is just, so again, it's number 106. So it's not, it didn't get pummeled as bad as some other stuff. It was like 118 at one point. It's 47 cents, so it's dirt cheap. It is so freaking dirt cheap. And again, it's at the number 106. Is completely out of the narrative. There's digital collectibles are not cool right now. They will be, and when they are, the NFL all day, the NBA Top Shots, those moments are going to do insanely well, and Flow is just going to be like, yeah, it's going to go nuts. I cannot wait for that to happen. So have a bit. Hold on. Oh, Jesus. Double Jesus. I don't think I can. Hang on one second. Oh my God. Rip England. I don't know if I'm gonna go anymore. Anyway, but yeah, they'll have announcements in. Well, I mean, the VeVeVerse launched, so that's great. But VeVeVerse is launched for only people that have PC. I think once they launch it for people that have mobile as well, then I think that gets a lot more users. Is stuff going to look as good in mobile? No. Also, if everyone can smash that like button, it's a free way to help support the channel. On Freeways Patreon, smash the super thanks button down below, super chats as well. You know the drill. Yeah, Stacker, who knows? But the affiliate marketing program, Ben has said that it might start in Q1, and it very well might. It might also not. I'll say that it probably will. But as far as, what do you call it? Sorry, I keep thinking that someone's here, and I know it's just the dog. But anyway, that's one thing. Stacker will be another. So within the next 2 months, you probably have both of those things starting. As far as new licenses, I think a lot of what they have that's ready for announcement is going to be ready for when the narrative changes. So we'll see what they are. Wallace King, thanks for being a member. Saying, have you guys been enjoying the VeVeVerse? I've decided to take a look at some people's, and they're pretty good. They're pretty nice. I think Dan Lee had said that it's like, bro, I respect vault builders 1,000% more now because it's really hard to build some of these things. So this is quite a learning curve for the VeVeVerse. Hats off to the master. Yeah. Asian Dan said the same thing. Dan Lee is just like, bro, how do people do this? Because it's hard. It's not that user friendly. Dr. Profit before, like, he had said, like, oh, it'll be easier when AI is incorporated. Guys, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. It'll happen at some point, but guys, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Chuck and Hangs says, VeVeVerse is too difficult for me to navigate. I'm too old not to touch this technology. Hopefully AI will help me build a showroom in the future. I think it will, but I don't think AI is going to be incorporated for quite a long time. Be great if it was. I know people are having some issues there. But I think that obviously that'll get easier. It'll take some time, but it'll get easier. Abe says, let's freaking go. Let's get that bread. Just Snorlax, please. Yeah, I'd love Snorlax. Love that, man. Love that Pokemon. No place to go. Dry her eyes, broken inside. All right, sorry. Incorrigible Goat Slayer says he dreams of being back in Iraq every day. You tell no lies, Chavez. Preach, preach. The comic burns are not all burned yet. You can still buy some of the comics that they said they were burning. They have started to. I'm going to say a little bit more than half are probably burned, but as of last night, early this morning, you were still able to go in and buy some of those in the store if you wanted. So even though the burn started on the 28th, it's likely not going to finish for, a couple days. But the fact that they did start that is great. And I think that really got overshadowed by the VeVeVerse, where the comic burns are still really cool. Really enjoy that. Wallace Cotton Jr. says, what are the VeVeVerse enterprising options for our personal space? What can we sell? Or what service can we offer for OMI? Probably whatever you want. It's your own space, right? Hey, like even just making a showroom and then selling a showroom probably should be able to be outsource your skills. Like if people are having issues navigating, like Dogboy and Truck and Hang says, hey, this is really hard to do. You have somebody that's just good with tech and is like, yeah, I can do this, whatever you want. I'm sure something like that can be done. Filter would be a sick feature. It would be. NVIDIA is down 22% from all-time high. Tesla's down 45% from all-time high. Google's down 20, Amazon down 15, and Microsoft down 14, all from all-time highs. Bitcoin's drawdown is only slightly more than all of the other top-performing assets. I don't even know what Bitcoin did today. It's up 2.5%, so up to 86,000. It was down to 78 yesterday. Yeah, it was down to 78-ish yesterday, and now it's up to 86. So nice recovery for it. Still down 11% over the week. Ethereum down 20% over the week, but yeah, it's a nice recovery for that. What's the Trump meme coin doing? Trump meme coins at 13-ish doll hairs. Let's go with Pepe. Pepe's a $3.2 billion market cap. Nice. Rockman Balchin says, for those that know me, know that something always just happens to make this number show up. The current average is 19 sales. Use this information as you wish. I think he's teasing that if you buy 19 things from his store, you get something special. Again, just my opinion. Watcher Guru says, White House to host crypto summit, Bloomberg reports. It is unfortunately only for American companies. I was going to try to see if I could help get VeVe in there, but it is just for American crypto companies and American crypto CEOs. VeVe NFT Comics says, more VeVeVerse, let's go. He's building amazing stuff as well. Memezilla says, traditionally for the last days, DACAT is the absolute winner. Again, they have been the absolute winner on Memezilla for like the last year. It's been insane. I don't know if I want to go over this. I will not. Marinawful says AI is making board games smarter and no more broken rules. Artificial intelligence isn't just beating humans at chess. It's fixing board games before they even hit the market. AI can spot loopholes, balance mechanics, and prevent endless stalemates. Developers now use AI to simulate millions of games, ironing out flaws and improving strategy. The result? Smarter, better balanced games with fewer exploits. I wonder if they could do something like this with the VeVeVerse. I don't know. From streamlining rules to creating dynamic challenges, AI is reshaping how we play. The age of broken board games might finally be over. Ha ha ha. Can't wait for that. Yo, what up, Bill Gardner? How's it going, fam? Love you, homie. HBO's Harry Potter Season 1 runtime is going to be 8 hours. Oh, that was pretty cool. As the face says, VeVeVerse UI movement feel outdated and clunky. Doesn't seem designed by gamers. Good multiverse should have smooth mechanics, intuitive controls, and immersive design. Hopefully they refine it. Yeah, I can see that. I would say that. Oh, we're already at 40 minutes. Okay. I would say that this is the first version, and they'll refine it and they'll get it. How often are the updates going to come? Probably not as often as the app. You know, you might get 1 or 2 updates this year. I think they should work at that pace, even at 1 update this year. And you know what other updates come in? I don't know. Somebody's got to let me know. Somebody's got to test this and say like, hey, yeah, I put like 600 things in there, and it's like at what point does the processor like crash? At what point does it like slow down? Because obviously you have your movements in there, but are the movements as fluid and are they the same speed when you have like 300 extra collectibles in there? You know, I don't know. But somebody should do that and be like, hey, I've noticed a slower speed and some lag when we reach the 400 collectible mark, however much it is. I think that'd be interesting. But yeah, fair point. Inferno says, do you know when your comic will be on VeVe? We've got to wait really on VeVe Comics, like the curator program, to roll out. If I really wanted to, I could kind of push and probably be like, hey, could we just do this without the, you know, program? But I think they want us to wait for that. But you know, we'll see. I would give it several months. I would say second half of the year, when that's ready. It'll be ready. Like the comic will be ready beforehand, but I'd say second half of the year. There's a saying Apple TV doesn't have good shows? Question mark. A few of the best shows: Ted Lasso, Shrinking, Silo, Black Matter. So those are. I've heard amazing things about Ted Lasso. I've heard numerous 10 out of 10s that people recommend. I have not heard the other ones, but I feel like you're naming really good ones, even though I haven't heard of those 3, but obviously Ted Lasso I have. How many other shows are on Apple TV that like nobody has viewed, or that the people have viewed but they're meh? I feel like those shows are the exception, not the rule. And maybe my info is a little outdated as well. JKRB says, when OMI on Coinbase? I would say depends on how they do it. If they want to get on exchanges, like they go low, you know, small exchanges to the bigger exchanges, several months. If they roll out guns blazing right away and they say, hey, we're just going to go on Coinbase, and then anyone else that wants to, they'll just renegade us, it's fine too. But either way, even if they want to do Coinbase right out the gate, I don't know. And they might want to wait until the narrative hits. Yeah, they just might want to wait. So I don't know. Earliest, I would say absolute earliest, I would say like late Q2. But I don't. For the most part, if anyone wants to buy OMI, they can buy OMI. Coinbase is really just for people that have like no experience in Web3. They have no whatever. Like it's on Coinbase Wallet. Anyone that's in crypto a little bit or in Web3, like they'll know how to use it. They know how to use MetaMask. They know how to use all this stuff. But for the average person, you want to, again, you can only list on Coinbase once. I would not want to waste it. I would want to wait until there are multiple reasons to buy the token. And then once we can do that and get on Coinbase, I think that I would save it for when kind of the narrative is here a little bit more. Because if you put it on Coinbase now, it's likely going to have a net negative effect. I again, if I had a button that presses to press to say we go on Coinbase right now, I would not press it, because that, you know, we have enough. We have a fair amount of exchange like OKX, and again, was it BitGet, Bybit, whatever it was that dropped us? It's because there wasn't enough volume. I don't believe that getting on like the world's biggest exchange when there's like next to nobody buying the token is a good idea. I think that when the narrative hits and when things get better, then we can go on there. Should they be in talks with Coinbase and be like, hey, we want to list, and should they get like the list of things that they would need to do to get on there and work towards that, so that when they do want to list on there, they can do it with relatively little to no notice? Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I just wouldn't expect that anytime soon. But maybe they surprise us. Maybe they decide, you know what, we're worried about liquidity for the token. We want to provide some of that liquidity. We want to, kind of get people excited again. We're going to want to market the token, and this is how we market. Maybe they do that, and in Q2 we get it. But I'm not putting my hopes and dreams onto that. JKRB, give me those thumbs up. Yeah. We had Jack from Bitmart reach out to Devi yesterday. I thought that was nice. There's always people trying to list Devi, which is great. Can't do that. VeVe Digital Collectibles post the VeVeVerse is here. Hashtag VeVeVerse launch. Check out the next VeVe. They're doing a really good job of posting like their videos, being like, hey, this is what we're doing. Here's how to do it. Here's how to log in. Here's do it, et cetera, et cetera. Not a great week for activity on VeVe. In general, you have 1,182 people that based on a purchase, sale, or promotional code enter, versus this week you had 838. On average, you have 23 people per week making their first purchase versus only 6 in the past week. So not that great as far as activity goes. However, so I think from like the like 7th to the 17th, or like the 10th through like the 20th or whatever, there was no day where you had over 1,000 users on VeVe. However, from the 22nd to the 27th, we have had 3 days where we were over. So from the 22nd to 27th, that's 6 days. Half of them we had over 1,000 users, and on the 22nd we had almost 1,600, 1,595. It is important to note that on that day, that is when my collectibles, Corey and VeVe Magic, had come out as collectibles, and the fam kind of got pumped with that. And again, on the 23rd, you had over 1,000, and then on the 27th, you had over 1,200. So it's nice to see that when we want, we can get over 1,000 people on here. Again, really nice. I was telling a couple of friends today. They're a bunch of OMI whales, but they just they don't really check it. They don't really keep up. Like they'll ask me like once every other month, "Hey, what's going on?" The heck is it? And they're like, "Yeah, I haven't followed it. Honestly, the market prices became too depressing." I was like, "Well, don't look at the user numbers." And they're like, "Is that bad?" I was like, "Well, compared to other digital platforms, they are absolutely crushing it. Like compared to other platforms, VeVe is just going wild. They're living their best life." But the numbers were, the user numbers were not great. They are slowly improving though. So you have, shout out to Ben that is slowly getting those numbers up there. I think that trend will continue. I saw the teaser for Shrek 5. What did they do? Like, what? Look at how they massacred my boy. Shrek 5 looks awful. Shrek looks awful. It looks, what the fudge. Anyway, there's this Prime as well. The Boys is really good. Rings of Power was not. Good Omens I've heard about. But yeah, I've heard The Boys. Well, yeah, I've seen The Boys. Not all of it, but dude, Soldier Boy is like so good. And Good Omens I've heard about, but Rings of Power definitely was not. Alarza hit Secret Rare on the drop today. My man. Yeah, they made like 15K on the drop today, so not bad. Not bad. I'll take that. They should make a gamble option in the VeVeVerse 100%. Yeah, 100% Zavesa. 100%. Preach, girl. Because the Vader was in a bull run. No, he was not. He was not released until May of 22, so he was not in a bull run. So 2K definitely reaches out again with so many additions. This is a big L for Wes. So one, Vader was not in a bull run. He did not come out until May of 22. He was at 2,800 at one point. There are, what are there, 3,500 editions of Vader? Let's take a look at how many Vaders there are. Let's go to, well, ultra rare. We should put out. Let's go to collectibles here. There's a lot of Vader comics. There's an uncommon. There's all right, ultra rare. Let's take a look at them. Oh, I thought there were 3,500. There are actually like 5,500, I think. Oh my God, Vader, let's go. Actually 5,977, so just under 5,900. Yeah, there are a lot, but this is Darth Vader, arguably the most popular villain in the entire world, like in history. This will definitely go well above the old all-time high. So I'm going to take a picture of that. Just to... What's this? Flow sucks, bro. Nobody's building on Flow. They have announcements like every week of more and more people. Like, Wes, where the fuck are you getting your information? Stop lying. They have announcements every week that shows like different people announcing that they're building on the Flow blockchain. Wes has absolutely straight up lies, bro. Was if I could build in my own land that I could buy in the VeVeVerse, that would entice me a lot more to build on my own land. Yeah, agreed. Jim Farrell says, I've read the Silo series books. I'll have to watch the show sometime. I guess it's good. I guess that they're good enough to be read and made into shows. I accidentally just clicked off of the message that I probably should not have. Oh well, ripping pasta. There says, okay, there are many crap shows on Apple TV, Prime, but Netflix as well. Yeah, agreed. There are many shows like everywhere. Everywhere. Was this Tengoku save Omi? Yeah, maybe. Is there, if there's anything that would save Omi, I don't think I would put my chips on the Tengoku Senso game, but yeah, that's one of the things that it'll just help a little bit. I think they'll be like, oh, hey, this is really cool. I'm glad that they're doing it. It says, how fast can times and sentiment change and another narrative hit? Very fast. Weeks. I know you say overnight, weeks. Does it take months? No, weeks. It would not take that long. A lot of times when stuff runs, it runs very, very hard for a couple weeks, and then that's it. It's over. Oh God, the hiccups. Excuse me. Yeah. We don't. So obviously, all-time high is like 1.4 cents, give or take. The local high of 2022, late 2021, early 2022 was about 007, 008. Obviously at 005, I have $1 million just in Omi. Actually 00 like 48, 49, give or take, I'd have $1 million just in Omi. But I would take, because I think 3 to 5 cents, I'd probably sell a bit at 009, and then I'd sell a bit again at 2 cents. And then this way, if it doesn't hit what I expect it to hit, then at least I cashed out a bit. Lil Renz 50 says, I'm late, but I'm here. Get that bread. DB Crypto saying, the cat. We gotta love it. Let's go over more of the stuff from today. Yeah, I took a lot of screenshots of the Omi stuff. There were a couple of people like, oh, hey, buy 12K worth of Omi, buy 13K worth of Omi. And this is just on Uniswap. We actually got up to 0004 before we sold back down. So we did get up there. Oh, nice. Today is the 11-year anniversary of Twitch Plays Pokemon conclusion. Such a brilliant game. Such a brilliant time 2014 lives. Oh, that was amazing. Oh, my friend. Lil Ren says, I'm still going for today's SE. Oh, get that bread. Get it, get it, get it. Exclusive. Jakar from the Devio Telegram says, hi, Tom Devi. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to check if you could share any updates on the progress of the bridge and the hard wallet. It would be nice to have our tokens in DeviX. Can this be ready before the second half of the year? Having this in place ahead of time would be beneficial in ensuring a smooth launch when the exchange goes live. Tom Anderson says, hey, we'll have the bridge before the exchange goes live. When does the exchange go live? Q4 maybe. So we'll have the bridge within the next 10 months. Yeah, burn lots of comics. Get them. Get them. Chinvar says silo books are a dystopian future where everyone lives 100 plus level silos because they believe the world was new. They believe it was new. So was it new? Maybe not. Rijkin says, hi, Tom. Just a follow-up question. Would it be possible to tokenize or wrap altcoins not supported by the Devi exchange solely for the purpose of storing them securely in the DeviX wallet? Would this be an option when the exchange launches? And Tom says, yes, that is the plan. Ha, ha, ha. Any thoughts on... Terry N says, any thoughts on allowing external projects on other chains to also create native equivalent tokens on DeviX rather than wrapping, i.e. have a bridge that burns on one side and creates on the other to maintain overall circulating supply? Not sure if viable with all chains, but could mean no need for a huge stash of tokens in custody. Tom says, a lot of our initial focus will be in wrapping, but I envision bridges will play a big role over time. We have our RESTful API, so it'll be relatively easy for others to bridge to our platform. Very good. Mike Foley says, I'm the dummy that bought at all-time high and never sold, just sitting on my tiny bag. I understand. You never dollar cost average, though? Interesting. We have a guy named Camel, CAMOL NFT on X. 50,000 followers over on X saying, who here believes in the tech and the core ethos of NFTs? Foster Hilt, our man, says, you can add the entire VeVe official community who have been collecting their favorite fandoms, hundreds of the biggest brands and IPs, including Marvel, Disney, DC, Star Wars, Lamborghini, Blackpink, and more. They just released the VeVeVerse where users can build open world or metaverse. That's great. You have a guy named Bobby Sat saying, Foster Hill, wouldn't you say that the core ethos involves self-custody and interoperability for NFTs? Foster, without missing a beat, says, I think the ethos is subjective. The entire premise of crypto and blockchain was to break down barriers and allow people across the world to interact with a system that was free from government interference in a permissionless manner. Now people trust centralized exchanges with their funds and celebrate when government purchase the same tokens as them and regulate the industry. Some want self-custody, others are afraid of getting drained. Some want interoperability, others would consider third-party marketplaces, and the VeVeVerse just that. Whether the VeVe Collectibles meets the definition of an NFT for everyone is entirely up to them. But I believe in what VeVe and Akomi are building and in the technology and direction they are headed, and that's good enough for me. Gotta love him. Mr. Hulk, says Randy, have you discussed what could be the tease drop from that? Yeah, I'll go over it again, though. Most likely it's a Gambit drop. Gambit from X-Men because he has those cards. It could be Domino from Marvel as well. She's been in Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. She's been in the X-Force. She's been like everything. Her and Hitmonkey have been like, yeah. So it could be her because she manipulates luck. And then it could also be him just teasing. We could have a game corner in the VeVeVerse. I don't think he's really teasing that. It's probably Gambit or Domino, or it could be something else entirely that I'm missing. But we'll see. We shall see. My Natalie Portman as Padme. We shall see. Oh, Gary Baseman, I love him. How much more left? Okay, all right. That looks like I said, I didn't want to go too hard today because my tummy is upset. But let's take a look at any rumors about the musical. Like Chaos on the Chains has just posted. This is not the final game style or graphics. Our visuals are much better. Oh, it actually doesn't look bad. That looks pretty cool. Running lag tests to ensure smooth gameplay in chaos on the chains. Stability is key for an epic experience, and we're fine-tuning every detail. Stay tuned for more updates. Looks good so far. Last product's probably going to be pretty legit. Anyway, let's go to X and see what we're missing here. Oh, I love Alexa Bliss. You have Marion Awful saying U.S. fast tracks $4 billion in military aid to Israel. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has signed a declaration to expedite the delivery of $4 billion in military assistance to Israel. Since taking office, the Trump administration has approved nearly $12 billion on foreign military sales to Israel. Rubio says the U.S. will continue using all tools to support Israel's security and counter threats in that region. Interesting. Didn't some of y'all say that Trump was like literally Hitler, that he's doing all this stuff for Israel? Make it make sense. Casual is hosting karaoke and open mic number 49. Shout out to Casual. And like straight fire. Give that to him. And let's go on to talk about nope, not we have Ukraine soldiers have reported to faking combat in order to appear war-torn. So the slush fund. What? That is wild. Israel threatens to resume war as ceasefire deal breaks down. Netanyahu's office warned Hamas that Israel will resume fighting if ceasefire negotiations don't progress. Israel cites a side agreement from the Biden administration allowing it to return to war after 42 days if talks fail. Why are you trying to go to war, bro? Despite the truce, Israeli airstrikes have continued, killing 100 Palestinians, while Hamas is accused of violating the agreement. UN officials say Israel is blocking humanitarian aid in violation of the deal. Bro. I know this is just one side, but damn. Hamas rejects Israel's ceasefire extension. War talks stalled. Come on, guys. Hamas has rejected Israel's proposal to extend the first phase of the ceasefire, calling it unacceptable. Militant group says no progress has been made on second phase negotiations, which were expected to lead the release of remaining hostages and end to the war. 24 of the 59 hostages held in Gaza are believed to be alive, and Israel proposed extending the truce through Ramadan in exchange for another hostage swap. Netanyahu is now holding emergency meetings with top officials as the situation deteriorates. Oy. We have peace, please. Please. Oh, Christy Noam says we reached a historic drop in border crossings. Very good. Very good. And again, let me know what you mean for that. Low Res is Ben Rose is VeVe's Donald Trump. We do all power to Ben Rose. Whatever he wants to do, let him do it. Will we see an AMA with David and Dan anytime soon? Ben will come on the channel in the next couple months, but I don't know if David and Dan will have that. We'll see. It says where they will not be scared to talk about OMI anymore since Trump is president. Wait till the lawsuit has a ruling on it, and then we'll see if we can ask him to do something like that. I think they can do that. I would just think that the lawsuit would have to have a ruling on it, and then they should be good to do that. Oh hell no. Sorry. Yep, called that. Oh, puppy. Sorry, I love puppies. Yeah, so Asian Dan said 5-minute impression of the VeVeVerse. I respect vault builders 1,000% more. Crypto Cosmos says, yep, super impressive what they've built. I'm really looking forward to the mobile version, which will be less quality, but simpler. Same. Asian Dan says, yes, needs to be simpler for users like myself. Dr. Prophet says AI will fix this, but guys, I would not expect AI to fix this anytime soon. I would expect that in the long future. I would not expect that this year. They have so much other stuff that they have to work on. Yeah. General. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of people liking these guys. A bunch of people getting those low mints, getting that bread. Oh, the running mon too. Oh, nice. Nice, Manor, nice. I was trying to look at X just to say like, oh hey, what's what cryptos are people talking about? Not a lot here on a Saturday. Stephen Duarte says, thank you, Marvel Comics, Marvel Studios, for the amazing opportunity to have this it's got a 1 of 1 beginnings first draft sketch cards. Shoot. Go Stephen Duarte. Good for you, mate. DB Crypto said, DACAT. Gotta love the kitties. Meow, meow, meow. We have 400-pound rapper Dank DeMoss claims she is generating millions through only. Guys will literally subscribe to anything. What the fudge? I can't even look at that. Low res, there's a beer on me. That's the info. Oh, thank you. I was gonna end it, but since you gave me a little bit of cheddar there, I will go on and I will continue. Statewide burning ban is now in effect in dangerous wildfire. Oh, okay. Statewide burning ban is now in effect in dangerous wildfire conditions. Means you can and will go to jail for starting a fire outdoors in South Carolina. First responders, firefighters risking their lives to contain too many fires. Okay, yeah, I see that. Oh, damn. Dude, why is Canada so dumb? Elizabeth Irving booed in Toronto. WWE fans drown out the Star Spangled Banner with loud jeers. Oh. Why is Canada trying to boo us? Norwegian petroleum giant Haltbach Bunkers has declared it will no longer help the U.S. Navy after the Trump and Zelensky fallout. I am not excited to see how Trump responds to that. That is wild. Let's take a look at some VeVe stuff for you, because I know Lil Renz likes the VeVe stuff. Let's go to the VeVe gold and silver logo. Let's type in VeVe, collectibles, show more. All right, there are 17 VeVe gold and silver logos in the market. Let's go to sort by lowest price, 35 hundo. 35 hundo, you can either two of them, 1407, number 318 as well, 3500. Number 51 for 5K. You can get the number 41, the first VeVe Gold logo public one. It's 170 million OMI, which is like 30,000, give or take. All right, let's go back to X. Can't be locked, single message even sent. That is wild. Bill Gardner says, pull the trigger a little late today, but landed an awesome mint. The visual have the rest of the fam do. He got that secret rare. Bill Gardner got that bread. Fortune favors the bold. Why is that still there? Someone asked, Elon Musk asked Grok, when is Social Security likely to run out of money? Grok says, based on the most recent projections from the Social Security Trustees Report released in May 2024, Social Security Trust Fund reserves are expected to be depleted in 2035. This applies to the combined old age and survivors insurance and disability insurance trust funds, often referred to as OASDI. After this point, without congressional action, the program would only be able to pay about 83% of the scheduled benefits, relying solely on ongoing payroll tax revenue. That is insane. Astronaut, could you see how many Wolverine number 75 secret wares were minted? Yeah, I could do that. Gotta go to. Where the heck is my stacker? No. Okay. It is not. It's giving me Wolverine. Is it just Wolverine 75? Is that the complete title? Okay. Secret rares. I assume you mean this one. That looks really cool. That looks really boss. Oh my god, he's so badass. There were. Oh, why is it not saying? It's not giving me. Wait, hold on. Okay, here we go. There are one. Oh, is this the NFT? No. I need to go to. I don't need transactions. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was 11, it was 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 22. 24 of these were minted. So you have 24 of these. The top holders are El Murph, Eli, Shaman something, Miller 5, Jayoka, World something, Mr. Rolex, and Judah K. I just farted. But yeah, that's how much. Several cats. Woohoo, Randy, the cat in the house. Get that bread. Yep. That's the one. Cool beans. Several cat. Visit thecatlinktree.com. Meow. And interact with their AI as well. I was trying to think, saying thanks so much, Randy. Of course, is a horse. All right, guys, that'll be it for me today. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Be my bad boy, be my man, be my weekend lover, but you'll be my friend. You can be my bad boy, my man. Understand that.